Hello and welcome to Secret Levels. This week we're going to be talking to a good friend of ours that is a competitive Smash player, but first, we've got to introduce ourselves. My name's Myke, and you can find me over at twitch.tv/Voxgizer. I'm a Resident Evil speedrunner, and I'm joined by all my favorite people this week. Derek.
Hello everyone, my name's Derek the Beta Cat. I am... Hi. I lost my train of thought.
Perfect.
I was doing stuff.
I am a high.
No, we don't do that here.
We don't do that.
Not here, we wait till after the show. Tony.
I don't know how I followed that one up. My name is Tony. You can find me over at twitch.tv/TonyTiger, and typically I am variety streamer. Happy.
Beautiful. That Tom Cruise haircut you've got going on today is absolutely beautiful. Tony.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And the man that gave Mike Tyson the punk rock experience firsthand and then secondhand because it's a boxing game, Mr. PunkRockIan himself.
What's up, PunkRockIan, Animal Retro Game Streamer.
That almost sounded like Animal Game Retro Streamer. And our special guest for the day is none other than the man, the myth, the legend of the Smash Brothers competitive fight scene, Mr. ProtoBC.
I don't know if I'd call myself a legend, but yeah, Proto, my name's Brett. How's it going, everyone?
You're the best Smash player that I know, therefore you're a legend.
The myth, the legend. Okay, yeah. We'll go with that. Sure, I like that title.
So what started your competitive career with Smash Brothers? Like, I guess, when did it start?
When did it start? I was expecting that question, so...
As you should, I'm predictable.
Well, I feel like that's a question everyone would ask, right? But
yeah.
Thinking back, I think it'd be 2012 when I was in like grade 10, so I was like 15, which shows how old I am. I'm 22 now. I'm still a young guy. Yeah, so 2012, I started. My brother was playing for a while. We played Melee back then, Super Smash Bros. Melee. That was my first competitive game. And we just went to a tournament at one of the local universities around here, and I've been playing ever since.
That's cool.
Yeah, 7 years, I think. It's hard to remember. It's been a while.
I know the feeling.
That's awesome.
When you get to my age, though, everything's been a while.
Yeah, that's right. We've got a long time before that happens, Vox. So.
Well, I mean, playing a competitive game for 7 years is
that's
pretty decent amount of time, right?
Yeah, that's a large chunk of time to dedicate to any game, especially if you're playing at a competitive level.
But majority of that time was with Super Smash Bros. For Wii U until recently, obviously. But
right,
yeah. First few years was Melee. Never played Brawl because Brawl sucks.
Ooh. Ouch! Is Brawl the one where
on the
Meta
Wii
Knight is stupidly powerful?
And Meta Knight is stupid, very stupid.
Okay, that's about the extent of what I know for tier lists in Smash Bros. Is that
he's like
Meta
probably
Knight.
the most broken Smash Bros. Character out of any of any of the games. So
Wow.
yeah, he's definitely not balanced.
But
he has a cape.
Balanced.
Too overbearing.
But he has a cape. It makes sure he doesn't fly away.
Well, I mean, he's Meta Knight. He's probably just going to do whatever the hell he wants from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
So-
He just throws on moves.
So, now, for people who don't know, you are a big Mega Man fan. And that shows, because Mega Man is one of your mains in Smash Bros. Has Mega Man been in all the ones that you've played?
No, just the Wii U one and this one. So
Okay.
this is his second game, yeah.
So before he was brought to the franchise, did you have trouble finding a main, or was it fairly easy to kind of fill that void?
So, like I said, in Melee, I played Falco, and Falco is one of my most favorite characters in Smash Bros. In general. Like Star Fox characters, Fox and Falco. And I like Pikachu a lot too, so I would play those a lot. But in the Wii U version, I didn't actually start with Mega Man. I started with Diddy Kong. I like Diddy Kong a lot too.
Derek likes Diddy Kong as well.
He's a monkey.
I like when Mega Man was announced, I was like, oh, that's really cool. I'm a big Mega Man fan. I've played the Mega Man games my entire life. I grew up with them. And I tried him. I'm like, he's really hard. I should learn how to play first. So I played Diddy Kong, and Diddy Kong was more easy. You just throw the banana at people and hit them, you know? And then like 2 years into Smash Wii U, I'm like, you know what? I want to play my favorite character. And then I started playing Mega Man and haven't dropped him since.
Nice. So he's one of those characters that kind of falls into the that little area of kind of hard to pick up, but once you have some more experience with the game and the mechanics and all that, it's a little easier to pick him up, maybe.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd say so. And there's not many Mega Man players too in the competitive scene, which my region, British Columbia, Canada. I'm known as the best Mega Man in my region because I'm like one of the only ones. There's like 3 or 4 of them, but I'm still known as the best one. And yeah, a lot of my followers on Twitter are just like Mega Man players.
It's awesome.
For that reason, yeah.
So I did see something that came up in my feed recently. It was probably something you liked or retweeted about Mega Man's Leaf Shield.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Using the Leaf Shield and then doing a little hop, hit him with the saw, and then just repeat over and over?
No, you shoot like a pellet, and I guess it's like a Mega Man like meme, but they're called lemons. I'm sure you know that.
Yeah.
From just Mega Man games in general. You hit him with the lemon, and then you hit him with the Leaf Shield, and that's like a combo. And it's really, really annoying. It's really, really broken. Which is, I mean, I like it because he was really bad in the last game. So
right.
I deserve it, you know?
Yeah. I'm still waiting for...
I do.
It's like I'm still waiting for a more viable version of Dan Hibiki. But
Street Fighter? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But that's pretty funny. I like the Leaf Shield. I just like looking at it.
It's one of those like moves when you get hit by it. I can see why people just get instantly tilted and annoyed. But for me, I just kind of like, laugh. Take it. I'm getting damage.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
So Brett, what was the biggest tournament or event you have played, and how did you get there?
Biggest tournament that I've played in? Let's see. So I said I lived in British Columbia, so I don't live in Vancouver, but I go to Vancouver every now and then for tournaments at the University of British Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this one tournament, my favorite tournament, and there's top players there, like top 5 world ranked players.
Oh wow.
And I went there. There's like 200 people. And how did I get there is what you asked?
Yes.
I mean, I just drove since I live 45 miles away.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
Nice.
or like, how did I find out about it?
Yeah, how did you find yourself in that? So for tournaments, do you have to qualify or do anything, or you could just show up?
I mean, no, you just show up.
It's that easy, huh?
There's some like major like worldwide tournaments that you do kind of have to qualify for, or
Okay.
do your best at your local tournaments, I guess, and then they fly you out sometimes. But no, I haven't been to like those big ones yet.
Oh, okay.
Been to Seattle a few times, but the biggest one I've been to was at UBC, and there's like 200 people, and there was one of my favorite players there. His name's COG Void. I don't know if you've heard of him. You probably haven't. But yeah, I played him. He kind of destroyed me. I got... What did I get? I got 32nd or 27th, something. However it boiled down to out of like 200 people, though.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Or 25th. I don't know what it would be. But yeah, just right out of top 48, I guess. Like one set after top 48.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the biggest tournament I went to. And there's one coming up next month, ProtoBC 3. So I'm excited for that.
Nice. How long do you see yourself competing for?
Until I hate the game.
Fair enough.
until it
enemies
annoys me,
still don't
until
work.
I grow out of it. But I don't think I will for a while.
I feel that.
Do you think
Speedrun.
Smash Bros. Ultimate revived things in the community?
I feel like a lot of Smash 4, Smash Wii U players were really annoyed with the last game near the end.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely on that aspect with the Melee scene, because there's kind of like two different games being played competitively. Like there's Melee and then there's Ultimate, and the Melee scene's kind of just been going strong for 18 years because that game's came out in 2001.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's still like a really technically sound game, so people play it.
Hmm.
But yeah, the Wii U version, a lot of those players moved over to Ultimate, and it's thriving.
Awesome.
It's always good to have a thriving fighting game community, considering... I don't know if you notice it, but I mean, I've seen and heard it mentioned a lot with like fighting games kind of fluctuating in and out of the mainstream depending on the years. So
Yeah.
I'm always happy when fighting games get to shine for a little bit.
I mean, just look at Fighter Z, right? Like, I'm a big Dragon Ball fan too, but
Yeah.
what happened to that game?
Namco.
Wait, what did happen? I don't know.
That Namco started banning the usage of the game in tournaments that they deemed, I guess, unworthy to
Was it
have.
Namco or was it Toei? I thought it was something with Toei as well.
It might have been Toei, but basically they're like, you can't use our copyrighted characters without our approval first, and it's like you can't just do that for every single tournament that's going on.
Yeah.
It's like, just leave it alone. Your game's getting exposure, and now your game's getting exposure for the wrong reasons instead of it being a good fighting game.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was
a whole big thing.
Didn't it get pulled from Evo this year or the next
Well,
one?
they got pulled from a lot of tournaments.
Yeah, it's dumb. Toei's just being dumb.
For sure.
Has Nintendo ever sponsored any competitions or
Oh, yeah.
tournaments? Oh, nice.
In the early days, they haven't, but more recently, like the past few years, they have been.
Oh, wow.
They were kind of against the whole like competitive Smash Bros thing, and then they've recently started embracing it.
Was it for the
I
same
I
reasons
guess
of
we
like?
can't stop it, so
Okay,
Keeps it alive.
might as well fund some tournaments.
Yeah, might
That's
as
awesome.
well. That's probably Reggie's idea. Rip Reggie. You'll never be forgotten.
now Bowser has taken over.
Oh God.
Dude,
I mean,
that's
he's
so
got a cool
awesome.
last name, so
Yeah, out of all the names he could have had, it's Bowser.
Yeah.
All of them. Bowser, of course.
5 years from now, Nintendo is bankrupt. Feels bad.
oh man.
What
That's
dark
so tragic.
universe?
And Reggie would be like, "The fuck, my dude! You
They
weren't
just
supposed to
lose
be
billions
Bowser
of
for real."
dollars.
I left you alone for 3 days. 3 days is all it took.
That sounds about right.
All right, I'm coming out of retirement.
I could see Reggie doing that.
Puts his cappy hat on.
Yes. So so you mentioned Falco was your main before Mega Man came along, and you started wrecking people's lives with him. Was there anybody else in that little circle? Because I know you mentioned Pikachu as well. I noticed you didn't mention Yoshi though, and I might have to take our friendship into account over that one.
I'm sorry, but Yoshi is a very annoying character in every single game,
Yep.
That's all I wanted to hear.
and I don't have fun with it. But no, Falco was like the first character I ever took seriously. Before that, it was just fun, with my brother, family, friends.
Right. I always got completely destroyed when I'd play my brother in Smash Brothers.
Mhm.
Like, I had no clue what to do with the game, so I'm just flopping around like a training dummy, and he's over here, like, fucking my shit up all kinds
Hitting
of
the
ways.
training dummy.
Yeah, I might as well have been the sandbag, just waiting for him to
Yeah.
knock me a couple hundred yards. I'm like, I hate this game.
And yeah, I mentioned Pikachu because Pikachu is like low-key one of those characters I've always wanted to play.
Yeah,
I mad respect Pikachu players. It's just not for me.
gotcha.
But I'm a big Pikachu fan.
I'm a big fan of Pikachu. I mean, I don't even know what I'm a fan of when it comes to Smash Brothers. I just
Me
look at the
neither.
character, I'm like, I like that one.
74
I like
characters, kind of
Yeah.
intimidating.
A lot to choose from.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I mean,
So-
by the end of the DLC, there'll be like 80. So, wow.
Holy cow.
Damn.
Yikes. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a yikes.
Just play them all.
So,
Go ahead.
yeah. God. How do you think, so, considering I've spent far more time playing Street Fighter than Smash Brothers, do you think that Ken and Ryu bridge the gap pretty well? I feel like it's a weird space that they would have to fill in, considering, to me, how different Smash Brothers feels from other fighting games.
I think they're a cool inclusion, but if you're a Street Fighter player, Smash Bros is just weird, way foreign.
It really is.
But they're iconic characters, and they should be in Smash Bros. Yeah,
like Solid Snake and Sonic.
they're just
Hedgehog.
two different types of fighting games. You know, Smash Bros is
Yeah.
considered like a platform fighter because it has platforms, obviously,
Hmm.
and Street Fighter is obviously a different type of fighter. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's cool. It's wild how like they're both fighting games, but they are so different. It's insane.
yeah.
It's like Tekken to Street Fighter to Smash Bros.
3D platform fighter, and then just straight like footsies.
Footsie zoning and then movement for Tekken.
I did dabble in Street Fighter for a while there, but yeah, we're talking about Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan of fighting games. Probably my favorite genre.
It's an underrepresented genre.
Awesome. Yeah, it is like you gotta. It's just a different mindset for each one because usually I'll either play Tekken or Mortal Kombat, but I do have Ultimate, so switching to that's just a completely different mindset for the controls and how it functions. But it's fun though. I enjoy it a lot.
Why don't we have a 1v3, the three of you versus Brett?
Imagine.
Yeah, I can. That's why I want to see
You
it.
guys would probably win though. That's really hard.
Don't think we would, but
You don't know them like I do, Brett. You would still win.
I mean, unless you're like a literal baby, then you could probably beat me.
Okay, so Tony's
So there's a
fine.
chance.
okay.
Move out of the way, boys. I'm coming in.
Oh, man. So, for people who don't know, when it comes to Smash Bros. And the competitive tournaments, they generally have rules and stated for specific stages and items that aren't allowed in use. Is there any level or item, like, do they still do that in this one? In the newest one, Brett? Like,
What are you asking exactly?
for the
Like, do we
tournament?
use items and stages? Like, what are the items and stages we use? Like, what is the rule set?
Yeah, like what's the rule set for it?
So there are no items in competitive play
Okay.
at all,
Okay.
and it's only a handful of stages, like six to eight stages in competitive play, because some of the stages are really wacky and they have a lot going on, and they can interfere with like serious competitive play.
Right.
Like, for example, that it's called Rainbow Cruise. You know that stage? It's like the ship,
Right.
and it just moves like up and down and side to side,
Oh God.
and there's too much RNG, random factors for it.
Yeah.
That doesn't really show your skill level, so that can affect competitive play.
Right.
Where they have stages like Final Destination and Battlefield, which are static stages, they don't move, and they're just you can show your skill. They have stages like that.
Right.
So majority of the stages are just mostly static. Items, I think, rule set.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
rule sets.
I think I briefly answered that, or answered it.
That
Right.
actually leads me. Yeah. Yeah. That actually leads me to another question. Do rule sets change depending on where you are?
Depending like region,
like,
because
Yeah, like region.
yeah, my region has a slightly altered rule set compared to the bigger regions like California. So yeah,
Oh.
they do.
Cool. Is anybody
Little
else?
Canadian pocket up here. West Coast.
So, by the way, chat, as always, feel free to ask questions if you have them.
Yeah, I am looking at chat, so if you have any questions, feel free.
Do it.
How about you, Tony and Ian?
Excuse me? What did you just call me?
I called you
Listen, Linda.
Tanya.
No, I'm
Tanya.
just, and I think we'll probably get to it, but I know that through like a segment of that is actually some of the students that I work through, they have like their own esports team, and it's just always interesting to me to hear different perspectives on like the esports landscape and how it's growing. And I know it's kind of a broad question. It's not even a question at all, really. Just kind of what are your thoughts on that, Brett?
On esports as general, I
Yeah,
guess?
like esports in general, and just how it's growing, and how there's kind of a lot of what's the word? Wow, I'm sounding like an idiot now. There's a lot of like misconceptions about it, and I talk to a lot of people that don't quite understand what it is. So yeah, just what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I think esports is a viable like option. Like older people, I guess they don't see it as a real thing, but I think it's really cool. I don't know. That's all I can really say. I think it's just really cool, very underrated. Not many people know about it, and I think they should take the time to learn it, what it is.
Definitely.
It seems like it's like the attention on it, like on a mass out scale, like it's kind of like a wave. Like there's like a surge of it, and then it just kind of like fades away, and then something else happens, and then they're like really pressing it. Like when they first started putting stuff on like ESPN, everyone's like, "Oh yay, we're all on ESPN, it's up." And then a couple months later, they're like, they show like maybe one thing at like 1 p.m. on a Sunday or a Saturday or something, and then everyone's just like, "Yeah, we don't care. Nobody cares."
Well, I mean,
So,
like
it goes in waves, but like inside its own, the actual events and stuff, though, I know people take that seriously. It's a big deal.
yeah, like my friend the other day, we were playing Smash Bros. He's like, sorry, but like normal people don't watch Smash Bros. I'm like, okay, like that's an interesting comment, but yeah, look at like Fortnite, $100 million in prizes. Don't tell me esports isn't getting bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it absolutely is.
I mean, it is Fortnite, so screw it. But
It's alright, Apex Legends gonna take the legs right out
that
from
game
under
is
it,
really
it
fun.
seems.
the game is very fun.
Yeah, as soon as they get custom servers going, I think that's going to be the new big dog for a few years.
Yeah.
Sure.
Unfavored had a pretty good question.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at it.
Tony or Vox, read it.
Oh yeah, for sure. So Unfavored asked, do you get annoyed with players that spam the same attack over and over, like Kirby's downward slam attack?
Yes, very. Especially when, like, I don't know, they're new players. Because it's something weird, right? I play against more experienced players around my level. I can fight them, but they're newer players. They spam the same attack. They're unpredictable. It's so annoying because I can't predict them because they're just too noob.
Because they have no clue what they're doing.
You can't predict stupid.
You can't predict that, like, the stupid plays. So yeah, I definitely do when, like, a Kirby would just spam the same downward attack, for example.
So now I know what to do when I play Brett for the first time.
I mean, I'll adapt. I'll learn. I'll beat you, but
So
I mean,
already-
yeah, that's the end
I'm already
outcome
halfway
anyway.
professional. Holy shit!
would be a little bit tilted for a while there until I learned.
You know, that question leads me to another one. I was watching a competitive tournament montage, and I don't know this player's name, but he mains the ice climbers. And one of the things he would always do is he would grab, and they would get stun locked into like an infinite headbutt.
Oh
my
man,
God.
that's a topic for a big debate right now. So it's called wobbling, based off of one of the players' names Wobbles in Melee, and it's a ice climbers combo. If one of them gets a grab, the other one can throw it a F tilt, which is just like pressing forward and A, and it's basically an infinite combo. You can get them to any percent and then throw them and kill them.
Holy shit.
Wow.
You'd probably understand why that's annoying, and it was in Melee for, I guess, 17 years until now, like it just got banned like last week.
Why?
So they left it in for that long?
What the hell?
Because I mean, Ultimate gets updates and it gets patches and all that, but Melee doesn't. It's an 18-year-old game, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
But didn't they ban characters from certain tournaments?
Not in Melee, but in other games like Meta Knight got banned a few times from tournaments in Brawl, and Bayonetta was pretty polarizing in Smash Wii U near the end there, so she got banned a little bit. So some characters do get banned if they're too broken.
I think that goes far beyond broken.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot what the video was called, but it was like most salty players, but he was the main cause for all the salt.
Oh my god.
So it's like a combo. You press A, you get the grab, and it's like a tempo thing. It's like 100. I don't know what it is. I'm not an Ices player, so I wouldn't know. But it's just like it's a pacing.
Mm-hmm.
So every certain amount of time, you press the A button, and they can't actually get out of it. This thing called mashing, where if you get grabbed, you just hit the analog stick and you can mash out of their grab and be safe. You can't do that because there's obviously two characters, ice climbers.
Oh my god.
Right.
So the one grabs you, then the other one hits you, and you're actually just stunned. You can't do anything.
Damn.
It's
That's
stupid.
It's when you grab the person that's playing them and just headbutt the shit. out
Right.
of them.
In IRL, you do the same thing.
And they recently just banned it, so I'm sure people are not going to be playing ice climbers anymore.
Is that all they had going for them?
I mean, that was their one gimmick.
Yeah, what are some of the like, as somebody that isn't super, what are considered some of like the weakest characters that you can play? Is there, are there tiers? I'm assuming.
Yeah, there are definitely tiers. And I would say sorry, Bowser Jr. players, but Bowser Jr. sucks. Samus isn't that good either. Yeah, there's definitely tiers. Best character right now is up for
Yoshi.
debate, but it's probably no.
It's Yoshi.
Yoshi is no. Yoshi is very good. Yoshi's probably high tier, but it's probably Peach, Daisy, Pikachu, Wolf, Fox, probably something like that. Those are the best characters at the moment in Ultimate. Mega Man is high tier, if you're wondering, which I'm happy with.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And what makes them high tier?
Just their options as a character, really. They're really just oppressive. Peach has a combo that can get you from 0 to 90%, and you can't do anything about it.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
So that's why she's good. Pichu kills you ridiculous percents. Obviously hurts himself, but still really strong for considering how small he is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So does he have like a smaller hitbox then? Did other hitboxes sized according? Okay.
Yeah.
They're sized accordingly. Gotcha.
You know how Mewtwo has like a big tail, and he
Yeah.
throws at attacks using his tail.
Yeah.
That's a part of the hurtbox.
Oh my god.
And
Oh, wow.
It's kind of dumb because it makes his hurtbox so much bigger.
Is that good
He's
or
like
bad?
the only tailed character that actually has that, I think. So it's kind of bad for Mewtwo.
Holy shit.
It just seems weird that he would be the only, character that they would have that hitbox on. But
Well, everyone else has like reasonable tails. His tail is just like super huge.
His tail is 1/3 of his body.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, that sounds similar to how Dhalsim's boxes work in Street Fighter, where he might have thrown out a punch, but if you time it right and you smack his little dirty, stretchy knuckles, he's gonna feel it.
Yeah, it's like his tail's a hurt box, but then at the same time, it's also a hit box. So
Yeah,
if you hit it before it hits you, it's gonna hurt him first.
Yeah, just get him with the old trade.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Sometimes.
What's the one of the most crazy things at a tournament that you've experienced? Like people freaking out, or an epic win, or something?
I've seen someone throw a chair at someone.
Awesome.
I've seen people throw controllers at someone. I've seen someone punch someone into the ground.
Oh my god!
Oh. Tensions are high, man.
I've seen people yell at each other. Which is kind of minimal compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
But
Holy cow.
yeah,
And does
What are
anyone
the
try to
odds?
stop
You've
it?
seen those rage compilations? I've seen it in person.
Okay.
Jesus.
And does
Holy
anyone try to
cow.
stop it, or they just let him do it?
I mean, the guy who, so the guy who threw the chair and the guy who punched, those got broken up immediately. The guy who
Okay.
throws his controller, obviously, is just like salty. He didn't hurt anyone. He just kind of hurt his wallet.
Right.
Right.
Broke his $80 controller. So yeah,
And I'm assuming there's reprimands for like the guy who threw the chair, right? Like he was.
yeah, you get banned
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
for a long time
Yeah.
or indefinitely.
Ouch. I'd rather take the long time ban than the indefinite one.
You're forever known as the chair guy.
Yeah.
Hey, check out what's up.
Oh my god.
I mean, I've seen someone get banned for 2 years for just yelling and being hype. Like,
Oh,
you know, like shit talking.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
heckling a guy
Yeah.
while they're playing. Yeah, he got banned for that, which I think was not the right choice. But yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah, that's something that's just
And
gonna happen.
he's still banned.
Holy
It's kind of
shit.
ridiculous.
I mean, are there? And I know we kind of talked about this before, but is that a little bit more like open interpretation when it comes to like, are there specific written rules where you can't like grief the other players, or like how specific do they get with that?
I mean, in general, it's just like, don't hurt other players. Don't do this.
Right.
Don't be a
But
jackass.
each scene has a different tournament organizer, and each tournament organizer has a different set of rules that they enforce.
I see.
So it's hard to say, but I mean, as in a general, don't punch someone. Maybe.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe just think.
I mean, the cops might show up. Just saying.
Does that
Yeah.
happen?
Assaults. for like assault and all that. Has it happened?
Just like any tournaments you've been to where the cops had to show up.
I mean, I think the cops showed up. Not ones I've been to, but ones I watched in Seattle.
Mhm.
They showed up because someone was smoking outside the venue, and they just completely shut down the venue.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Which I think is kind of weird because marijuana is legal in Washington, but
Right.
Yeah.
I guess there was.
Just been
I
really
guess there
bored
was
that
more.
day.
I guess there was more than that, right? Like I was watching the tournament, it was like losers finals of the tournament, and then suddenly the stream just went down. They're like, "Yeah, sorry, we're gonna continue the tournament at my house. Everyone's like, "What? We'll be back in an hour. The venue shut down." Okay.
That's
Damn.
wild. Yeah.
Went from like super high quality to super low quality.
Damn, that sucks. But aren't there like house tournaments too? I think.
Yep, there is.
Okay.
Have you heard of Summit? Does like Counter-Strike and Dota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summit one.
They have Smash Bros. Summit in the same house.
Oh really?
Huh.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, they have one for Ultimate coming up soon. So players get voted in, and then you can fund and pitch for other players. Pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Hey,
that is
you
cool.
trying to go?
I don't know if I'm popular enough, but yeah, one day.
One day.
All right, Chad, you heard the
Popular enough
man.
for us. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's get him to Summit Mountain.
Seriously though, that would be so cool.
They
That
have
would
like
be-
some players that are like, all of Europe is voting for this one player. So
Damn.
Cow.
how do I compare to that, right? Like
Right.
Move to Europe.
that's crazy.
Yeah. I would be your white knight now.
And there's this one tournament, I guess, series in California called the company's called 2G Gaming, sorry, and they have themed events, so it's like character themed events. And there's this one tournament called Retro Saga,
Mm-hmm.
and had all the retro characters, and Megman was one of them. And I don't know if you remember Vox, but I was like pitching pretty hard. This
Yeah.
was a few months ago, I think. May
Yeah.
maybe, not so a little bit more than a few months ago, maybe 6 months, but
Hmm.
yeah, I was pitching pretty hard.
It's good times.
I
Are
didn't
there
make
ed-
it, so not good times, but
Well,
no, good
Good
times
experience.
considering how much support I had. Was a lot more than I thought. Yeah, I'm happy about that.
I'd be surprised.
Are there other games that you play competitively?
I dabbled in Dragon Ball Fighters for a while. but kind of just fell off. Haven't really been playing it much recently. I play League a lot, which is League's a very interesting game. We'll say that.
Put it.
But
mildly.
yeah, I guess I haven't gone to tournaments for League, but I would be open to doing so because I play a lot of League. But
Right. about,
those
like,
are the games I would consider playing competitively, I guess. Yeah,
Nice.
What
Smash
about
Bros.
not
and League.
competitively? Like, do you play? What other games do you play? Like in general, I think you mentioned Apex earlier.
I play Apex.
Yeah.
Been playing that a lot recently. I play Counter-Strike. I guess I also play League, not competitively. Play Smash Bros. Casually, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much a big Nintendo fan, so I play every other Nintendo game. I just play a lot of
Right.
game in general. Big game.
What's your
You know
favorite Nintendo game
Nintendo game.
of any era?
Any era.
It's a tough question.
Kid Icarus Uprising.
Ooh,
Oh.
I'm a big
Okay.
Kid Icarus fan. I also main Pit in Smash Bros. So
Nice.
that's cool. So you saying you play Smash Brothers casually as well?
yeah.
Popped the question into my head. As a speedrunner, it's really hard to play a game casually after you've learned how to speedrun it. Do you have a similar problem of just like when you're playing casually, just kind of hitting the brakes and chilling out and having a good
Yes.
time and turning off the competitive nature? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not.
Go to my friend's house. They want to play Smash Bros. And they kind of get mad because it's hard because I don't know how to play not competitively anymore.
Yep.
As soon as you walk in, they just like turn the TV off.
Right. We all got that. Right.
So I'm always the
Right.
number one target. They always turn items on to cheese me or something.
Oh god. Yeah. I've gone through that where it's like start skipping cutscenes and it's like shit. This is supposed to be a casual play.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Do we have any other questions to pick Brett's brain with?
Well, like when you do that though, like when you're playing casual though, like I imagine that's also kind of good for like experimentation and like maybe playing as people you don't normally play as. So
Oh,
Imagine-
100%.
yeah, it like works out to your advantage.
I just play random characters and I just learn about them.
Is there anybody that you've like discovered by doing that you're like that you wouldn't have thought to play as that like you're like, oh wait, this guy's like fucking badass?
It's a good question.
I just play a lot of Mario because I think Mario's cool. So when I go to my friend's house, I just play a lot of Mario. So I've learned a lot about Mario from that, I guess.
Nice. Is he going to be your ace in the hole? Like if somebody just completely cockblocks your Mega Man, you're just like, you know what? All right, and just bust out Mario and just wreck his butt.
I'm kind of stubborn in that way, you know. Like
Yeah,
if I lose, I'm gonna lose with Mega Man or Pit. Nobody else.
fair enough.
Right.
I'm gonna lose with my favorites.
I feel that. I'll go down on the sinking ship for Chris Redfield. You're right there with Mega Man.
You know,
I
some
gotcha.
people play like tier lists, like play the number one best character because I want to win. I just play my favorites.
We did have some other questions in the chat. Unfavored was asking what other fighting games you enjoy playing. Maybe something besides Smash Bros. And Dragon Ball. Is there something else that you have fun with?
Street Fighter. Yep, played a lot of Street Fighter. Pretty much just
Oh,
played
it's a
Ryu though,
solid
because I didn't know
Ryu's
how to
the
play anyone
Marios.
else. I just played Ryu.
Ryu's a good character though.
I would just do the one combo. 'Cause I'm really bad at Street Fighter. Just like light kick Hadoken or light kick Tatsu every time.
Yeah, that's a solid.
Pretty
that's a
basic
solid
combo,
there.
but
It does work. The other one, Eric's asking, he just started playing Ultimate Competitive. Do you have any tips for him?
so number one, just play, have fun, and then there's a lot of videos on YouTube explaining how to play certain characters and certain terms and mechanics of the game. So I suggest you look that up because it'd be very good to know all that when learning a game, obviously.
I remember the last time I watched I managed to catch one of your streams while you were playing Ultimate right after it came out, and
I was watching
all
a
these
video.
terms. I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, what? What's this tilt? What's that? What's the what? Air what now? What the hell am I listening to?
And it's just like a fighting thing, and just a game thing in general. But when you lose, don't take it too hard. Just use it to improve.
Yeah.
I've been there. I used to be a rager. I threw my controller maybe a few times, but not anything past that. But yeah, when you lose, use it to improve, and it'll help your mindset. Just stay calm. Just play a lot of friendlies. Go to locals. Go to weeklies. Go to monthlies. Go to whatever you can, obviously. And you'll learn the game pretty fast. Play as many people as you can.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest ones. Is play as many different people as you can.
Don't just play your one practice partner and then, beat their habits and then have your own habits and then go to a tournament and then get punished for those habits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Branch out a little bit.
Yeah. Unfavorite's other question was, do you fight against amiibos?
Do I fight against amiibos? I guess that's like a casual thing. So yeah, if I'm playing casually. I don't have too many amiibos. I only have my favorites.
Yeah. Very good.
But no, I do not.
I
Not
got a few
often.
questions from Eyes, which are really good too. What is your favorite Mega Man game?
That
Oh.
one I really want to know
Oh.
the answer to. That one I do want to know the answer to. Big time.
Mega Man X.
Hey, my
Nice.
I've played that game probably and beat it probably 100 times.
boy. I don't think that's an exaggeration either.
Yeah.
That's like minimal guess. Minimal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many times I've actually beat it in my life. I've played it too many times.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong.
No, it's a good game, deserving of the play.
And that's why my picture is Zero, because I want Zero in Smash Bros. And Zero's my favorite character all time.
Was he in any Smash Bros. Games before?
No, nope.
Okay.
He's in Marvel, and he's broken in Marvel, and I
That's
want him
right.
in Smash Bros.
Well, I wouldn't worry about Marvel holding on to anything for too much longer.
Yeah. Speaking of other games I play, I did play Marvel for a while there, actually.
I'm gonna
Solely
associate
because of
that.
Zero and Mega Man X being in that game. That's the only reason I bought Infinite. Because those two characters.
Oh god, I forgot about Infinite. That's
And Infinite sucks. So let's just go with let's forget that game exists and just go with 3.
I can live with. Hey, Chris Redfield's in 3. I can go with that.
Yeah.
I just had another good question. What controller do you use for competitive?
I
It's
use
the Wii U
GameCube
pad,
controller.
isn't it?
GameCube. Because I've been using that GameCube controller since 2001.
Oh my.
Oh, wow.
As every other
A lot of
Smash Bros.
experience.
player.
Damn.
Oh,
And that's why that controller won't die.
I think that was a good move
Then
on.
to be the best controller to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason that they sell Smash Bros. Branded GameCube controllers to this day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think that was a good move for Nintendo to actually include that.
Definitely a good market
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know. They know the folks that play. They know what they like.
Imagine you just had to use the Joy-Cons only.
Oh my god.
there. So hard.
I don't even play
I've
Smash
tried
and I
it.
would just
No.
shoot myself. I would no. Eric had another good question. If Zero was added into Ultimate, would you play him?
Oh, 100%, dude. I dropped Mega Man.
What?
Feels
Damn.
bad.
There was no hesitation there.
Like,
Damn.
Zero would be the main, Mega Man would be the secondary.
Man, Mega Drop more like. Holy shit. Rip Mega Man.
Yeah, Mega Man X is having much higher regards than the Mega Man series. Classic Mega Man. I played all Mega Man games. I love all of them,
Yeah.
but I love Mega Man X and Mega Man Zero way more than the other series.
Yeah.
So Zero is definitely my favorite character.
All I can
Awesome.
imagine is that Mega Man picture where he's laying in the rain all beat up.
Yeah.
Why have you forsaken me, Brett?
Brett Sava. Nadi.
I mean, I'd still play him for like counter pick scenarios, I guess. If someone like countered Zero hard, then I'd play Mega Man, but I'd probably just stick it out with Zero.
Fair enough. Do you think there would be any? Well, I guess there wouldn't be too much similarity between our playstyles because Zero's got his saber.
No, he'd be more aggressive. Because
Yeah.
Mega Man's kind of a projectile user, and that's why some people get tilted when they play him, because he's kind of campy. In a way, he's a
Right.
zoner. If you know what
Right.
that term is.
Yeah,
It's getting dark.
For-
Mr. Proto.
it's getting dark, Mr. Proto.
I agree. Rip Mega Man. But I realistically don't see Zero ever getting in Smash Bros.
Well, what was it? I know they just put out the Piranha Plant not too long ago, and
Yeah.
Which is wild. That's
and
wild.
they're putting in they're gonna be putting in what, Joker from Persona.
Oh, that's right.
And then who else do you think would be next? Like, what do you think those other spots are gonna be?
I can't even tell you at this point. Sakurai does what he wants.
I feel like he's just got this giant collage of every video game character ever made, and he's just throwing darts at it with a blindfold on. It's like, don't.
A lot of fans want
Yeah, sure. Let's get the Hammer Bros in there.
characters like Banjo and Isaac from Golden Sun, so let's get Banjo or Crash, personally. I think those would be good additions. Iconic additions.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say Banjo, and then I know that there's like a good amount of people who have also said that they want Gino from Mario
Yeah.
RPG.
Yeah, a lot of people want Gino
Oh,
as well. And I think it's interesting because I don't know if you guys have heard about the Xbox and Nintendo partnership thing happening soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So what were you saying about the
Exactly.
Xbox, Microsoft, Windows,
Okay,
Nintendo?
so I was saying they're partnering up soon, or they already have, I guess, which I think could mean that Banjo is a real possibility for Smash Bros. And obviously other characters from Microsoft.
Like
So
Conquer.
you're telling
Master
I'm
Chief.
thinking Master Chief. Let's do it.
Oh.
Or that guy from Jade Empire that nobody can remember his name because only 5 people bought it.
Say what?
I like
Exactly.
Onimusha.
us old guys like Jade Empire.
I was gonna say, 2 out of those 5 guys are here tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The main characters out of GTA.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you can't pin down what Nintendo's gonna put in Smash Bros. It's too unpredictable at this point.
Makes it kind of exciting though.
Yeah.
The Arbiter.
Like Joker, like what? I don't play
wow.
Persona, so I wasn't very hype about that one, but
Yeah.
that's still crazy.
Yeah. What about?
Forza.
Can we have... Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
You've
Look,
gone too
fighting.
far.
They just put a car in the game.
Look, Fighting Vipers did that shit in 1997. Okay, they put the Daytona USA car in a fighting game and it whooped ass. All right, let's do it again. Get Forza in there. Come on, Microsoft, let's do it.
Let's get
go.
crazy.
I actually kind of look forward to that because then we could play like old Microsoft games on our Switch.
Dude,
Oh yeah, Game Pass, right?
hmm
bro, I would buy a Switch for that.
Should buy a Switch right now, anyways.
Yeah.
You should.
Still
I
has
should. but
He's still
amazing
debating.
games other than Smash
still
Bros.
debating.
You know what,
You
bro?
gotta actually use it
For
Why don't
arcade,
you
then we can play Smash.
why don't you try to convince Vox why he should get a Switch?
Yeah,
Oh, this ought to be good.
jump on the bandwagon,
This is what
bro.
I'm here for.
Smash Bros. Enough said.
Yes, enough said. Yeah, that's all you gotta say.
And then some.
Yeah.
No, unfavored. I do not have a Switch.
It has Resident Evil, I think. I know you like
All
Resident
right.
Evil.
Okay, all right, tell me more. Which one? Which one?
I like that response.
Like that's all. That's all you had to say. It's got Resident Evil. All right, I'm listening.
Sometimes that's enough.
I saw
What's wrong
some,
with you there so long?
some
Keyless?
questions in chat, but then the stream went down and then I refreshed the page, so I don't know.
Oh, I've got all of them. Which?
I would like to know if it's true that if Zero were in Ultimate, Eric asked this or stated this, that you only want Zero in Ultimate so you can pull his hair.
No.
Okay. Just checking.
I'm powering up my cannon.
Oh god. Oh, Brett, my beam saber. Oh.
Oh my god.
For Dr. Wily as a pro flavor
Delete
character.
flag.
Hey, let's put Goku in Smash, eh? No.
Oh god.
They should put
We can
Krillin,
get the-
and he could never win.
Yeah.
Krillin, instant bottom of the tier list just because he's insta dead every time the match starts.
As soon as you
He just-
start, he just gets thrown to the other side of the stage.
It's at 999%. And he just flies off as soon as this go.
Oh,
Gohan
Krillin.
comes
Thought
in
I
and
saw
just-
more questions in the Zero Hair one though.
I think everybody just really wanted to know what happened next stream crash.
Yeah, they want to know
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah,
We have great cliffhangers unintentionally on this show.
it works well. Yeah, you guys for sure. If you haven't yet, please be sure to. Brett, I am excited to watch some upcoming Smash things.
You guys got any more questions?
Any questions,
What
chat?
kind of saw does Mega Man put down? Is it like a
Metal
is that a
blade.
craftsman saw?
Craftsman's.
I don't know. It's metal and it's pointy and it hurts people.
Fucking
It can go 8 directions.
Oh shit. Mine only goes in one direction. I need that saw. Would you smash?
Like Mega Man's sister?
I'm pretty sure that's the role we're talking about.
No.
Oh my god.
I'm calling the police.
That's why Dr. Light built her.
Well, he just came up in chat, so maybe
Oh man.
when you hit the awkward segment of this podcast.
Then he immediately asks, "How about Dr. Light?" So you got any other
I mean, hey.
questions?
Really? Any other questions you guys?
Yes, I
have?
think Mega Man 11 is a good game.
Great
I
question.
still haven't played. I still haven't
Mega
played
Man, it
9.
was a
10.
good game. I liked it. It was good.
How did the difficulty in 11 compare to the other ones? Because like it didn't it didn't seem like it took people too long to
I think it's
cut through
easier.
that one.
Than a lot of the older games. But I played it twice. I beat it on normal and then I beat it on very hard. And very hard was still easier than like say Mega Man 2.
Right.
So it's hard, but it's not as hard as the older ones.
Gotcha. Still no disappearing blocks to ruin your day. Which I know isn't true because I remember
They are
watching
in that
Ian
game.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still
trying to
there.
fight his way through that. What about Mega Man Powered Up for the PSP? How about that one?
It's just like a remake.
I know, but it's awesome.
It's okay.
That's all.
It's okay.
It's okay. Oh, I swear.
Oh, actually, what did you think of Axe, the character?
X. Like personality.
Do you think he should like be a reoccurring thing? Because I don't think he ever appeared in any of the games, did he? Just the one for PS2.
X7?
X.
Axel?
Like Mega Man X. Or
I forgot it. It's
he's the main
Axel.
character of that series. He's in every
no is it Axe or Ace? He was in the 3D
Axel.
version of the game. Axel, there
He's
you
in
go.
2
Axel.
games. Axel's
Because
in
they're
2
all
games.
named after Guns N' Roses characters.
In X7, X7 is a really cringe game.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
In X8,
Yeah,
he's
it
a
is.
much more likable character.
There was an X8?
Yeah, that's the latest X game.
When did that happen?
2004,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, okay, fair enough.
15 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember picking up X7 when it was new, and I was just like, what the fuck is this?
You should have put it right back down.
Should have never opened that. Open that
This
box.
Pandora's box of bullshit.
Burned to the ground.
Exactly. But that is probably where we're going to have to end this show this week, guys. We thank you guys for hanging out with us, sticking out through all the cliffhangers that we threw into the show this week. We just like to keep you guys on your toes. Mr. Brett, thank you for joining us and enlightening us on Twitch. You did enlighten us on Twitch about Smash Brothers. Thank you for
No problem.
filling in some pretty big gaps in our knowledge about it.
Yeah,
We'll
I
have to
learned
be
a lot
checking it
today.
out. Yeah.
If anyone else has any other questions, you can ask me on Twitter or Twitch, and it's ProtoBC on both.
Yep. And it's the same picture on both, so you know how to find him.
Nice.
Be sure to click that link that's sitting there in chat over to go over to his Twitch channel. Hit him up with a follow if you want to see some really awesome competitive Smash play and some friendlies and all kinds of cool shit. It's awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
for
for being
Thanks for being here, man. It was awesome.
It was a lot of fun. As for us, we'll see you guys Tuesday. With what are we doing on arcade?
We're going to do the Resident Evil
Left 4
2
Dead.
on Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh man,
We are
Well,
so screwed.
That's the highlight of my week. Can't
It's
wait for
gotta
that.
be great.
I'm looking forward to it. I had a lot of fun last Tuesday, so
So catch us Tuesday right here on the Beta Catch channel for some Left 4 Dead Resident 2.